Alright, we're live? Okay. Well, what is going on, people? YouTube family, Yu-Gi-Oh! Enthusiast, RayD-TCG here, coming at you live from my house. Welcome, one and all. So before we get started, I just kind of want to show off my this cool little binder here. Check it out. Yeah, got a Yu-Gi on this side, Kaiba on this side. As you can see, it's a QCR binder. I know, not what we usually call it, but it's the 25th, it's the quarter century binder. I love it. Just amazing design. This is where I keep all my high rarity items. And yeah, I got that from a local shop, the Side Deck Gaming Cafe. You know, people who live in my area know what that is, but if you're not from my area, if you're not from South Carolina, please, you know, if you're ever around, you should check that place out. But you know, I am in no way endorsed or sponsored by them. You know, just kind of just promoting the local shops. And without any further ado, this is gonna be a live reaction to the September 2024 TCG ban list, and I've got it pulled up here on my computer right now, as everybody can see. So, you know, just so you know, I'm not joshing you. And we're gonna get right into this. So first on the list, let's oh, wrong ban list. Hang on. Hang on, let's go back here. So starting off, it's showing the newly unlimited. So we got Armageddon Knight, going to 3 or unlimited. Yeah, I mean, this at this point, this card's kind of irrelevant. You know, it going back to 3. I mean, it's not really gonna be a meta-defining card or anything. So let's move on. Red Rose Dragon getting unlimited as well. Again, not really not a meta-defining card. You know, so it going from 1 to 3. Not really going to do anything. You know, not going to make whatever deck this was in. I don't think it's going to make it meta. Now this one's a little interesting. Magispector Unicorn Kieran going from 1 to 3. This could make Magispectors a little more powerful. So, but you know, Magispector's, you know, a rogue deck at best. You know, not sure how you feel about that. Toothless for Life, thank you for tuning in. How's it going there? Ashley Bridge Evolution Edits, thank you for tuning in. So next on the list, we've covered Magispector Unicorn Kieran, for those of you just joining. So Performage Plush Fire is going from 0 to 3. That's a massive jump. Again, what this does, for those of you who know, because I don't even know what this card does. Moichaker from Germany, thank you for tuning in. So what we've got here is a performance card. Again, I have no idea what this does, so kind of new to this one. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon Performage monster from your hand or deck, except itself, blah blah blah. You can only use it once per turn. Okay. Not sure why this ban doesn't seem that powerful, but I mean, who knows? It could have. I see it has a pendulum effect that does burn damage, so it could have been used for some kind of FTK strategy. Who knows? But let's see. Ancient Fairy Dragon going from 1 to 3. Okay, so this one, it's of course, for those who have been around a while, Ancient Fairy Dragon used to be a soft once per turn. That's why it got banned. Then last year it got limited in the TCG, or came back to limited from the ban list, and now it going to 3 is interesting. I mean, I don't think you know, I don't think, because it's a hard once per turn, I don't think it's going to be Um, I don't think it's going to make any waves. Let's move on. Danglong, first of the Yang Xing. Again, irrelevant. Time Seal, irrelevant. What? Who's still playing that card? Alright, anyways, semi-limited. All four of the Dragon Rulers got semi-limited. Everybody and their mother saw that coming. Lunalight Tiger. Yeah, you kind of saw this one coming. But Thunder Dragon Colossus, this is the most interesting one. It's deck lockdown, basically, for your opponent. Or should I say it's soft deck lockdown. Just, can't, of course, everybody knows, can't add, can't add cards from the deck except by drawing them, and it's got destruction protection. Really cool stuff. I mean, I think Thunder Dragons might make a little more of a comeback now that it's coming to 2, and of course last on the semi-limited IB, the World Chalice Justiciar, I don't know how to pronounce that, we're just going to call it IB. Everybody saw that coming, and moving on to the newly limited list. Eva at 1. I guess Drytrons are going to be making waves again. Who knows? This card was limited for, or this card was banned for obvious reasons. Of course, it lets you add 2 cards. I mean, any card that lets you do that is pretty powerful. This was mainly used in Drytrons. So, yeah, I mean, it coming to 1. We'll see what happens. Maybe Drytrons will make a bit of a comeback. Snake Eyes Ash and Snake Eyes Poplar, going from 3 to 1, big jump, but clearly a deserved. Yeah, clearly a that's clearly a big jump, and it's gonna do a big hit to Snake Eyes. Although with the Azamina stuff coming, I don't expect it to stay that way for long. But Willie Westside, good to see you, man. Speaking of him, for my boy here, he's going to be having a bit of a hard time with his current build. But hey, once the Azamina stuff comes out, I mean, you might be fine. We'll see. But anyways, moving on, we just covered the Snake Eyes hit. Number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings, going from 3 to 1. Of course, that's Gimmick Puppets taking a hit. Although this isn't really the worst one of them. This one, number 40, number C40, Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. So this going to 1 is pretty much going to make the Gimmick Puppet FTK even harder. And well deserved too. Nobody likes getting FTK'd. But moving on, this is my least favorite on the list. Branded Fusion going from 3 to 1. Why, Konami, did you not just ban Sanctifier? Just ban Sanctifier. I mean, the whole problem with Branded was the gimmick lock. Shadow Band, thank you for the compliment on the beard. Been growing it for a good bit. But anyways, this live stream's not about me. This is about the ban list. So yeah, Branded Fusion was not the problem with Branded. Yeah, Fusion summoning from the deck is powerful, but gimmick locking your opponent is I'd call it a wee bit more controversial. And as somebody who plays Branded, I hate the gimmick lock. I don't play it. It takes no skill. I mean, whoop-de-doo, your opponent can't special. You locked your opponent out of special summoning. Yeah, great job. Great freaking job. I mean, but again, this is about the ban list. This is not about my hatred towards the gimmick lock or any type of lock. But opening of the Spirit Gates going to 1. This is an okay hit, but U-Bell's not going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, you hit this. I mean, it's a small consistency hit to U-Bell, but there's still going to be a top deck. I don't see them going anywhere with this ban. Next, Pot of Prosperity. This one's a wee bit more controversial. Because this is going to hurt a lot of rogue decks that rely on the consistency boost from Pot of Prosperity. And, yeah, that's a big one, but also keep in mind, a lot of the people that were playing the meta decks, like Voiceless or, you know, like Tenpai, those two decks come to mind. You know, Pot of Prosperity is going to one is going to make those decks a lot less consistent. And, yeah, you know, kind of a controversial one, but, you know, I think it was going to get hit eventually. It was just a matter of when. So I think what this ban list is doing is it's kind of trying to somewhat follow the Master Duel format, their ban list, and yeah, this is kind of what it's shaping up to be. Next we have Sangan Summoning at 1. Kind of deserved to get hit. You know, Tenpai is obviously a very powerful OTK deck, but I think they're still going to be good even with Sangan going to 1. They're obviously still going to be OTK. However, Sangan Summoning is going to be a lot more vulnerable than it was before to a back row hate and you know, things like Cyclone or Ghost Ogre, because what they would do before when it was at 3 was they would if their one of their Sangan Summonings got destroyed, they just, you know, put another one on the field if they had it in hand, but obviously they're not going to be able to do that now. Okay, enough with that one. We're going to go to the last two. That grass looks greener, so that pretty much just proves it. They're kind of it's kind of shaping up to be a more Master Duel-like format, and without Max C, thank freaking God. Yeah, grass is going to make branded a little more powerful. It's going to balance that. It's going to balance that that branded fusion limit, I think. I mean, we'll see how it shapes up. So we're probably going to see more 60 card branded in tier piles. Oh, God help us. And Skill Drain going to 1. Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God this thing's going to 1. You know, I'm not a big fan of Floodgates, so obviously I love seeing this, and Snake Eyes, among other decks, would abuse this. They'd, you know, use they'd use the effect of the Snake Eyes Ash or one of the other Snake Eyes monsters. Send this, so, and you know, they'd still get their effect. Alright, so last but not least, the newly forbidden, and we've only got 4 here, so this won't take long. Fiendsmith's Lacrima, just immediately banned almost right out of the gate. Yeah, honestly, this card kind of deserved it. I mean, this is a pretty easy time card to go into. Burn your opponent for 1200. I mean, yeah, and also just Fiendsmith is just right out of the gate. Just was such a consistent deck, and you know, I think they needed something something had to go. Something had to go, and Lacrima kind of had to be it. I think they did the right thing here. Let me know what you guys think. Next, Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Honestly, this card's time was coming soon. I mean, the fact that you can have like 4 monster negates in 1 monster on the board, yeah, that's pretty powerful. And I mean, that could pretty much stop an entire opponent's turn, especially if you don't have a way to remove this easily. I mean, it gave a lot of people a tough time, especially if you're playing something like Super Heavy Samurai, where it's like all monster effects. But yeah, glad to see this thing go on. The next one, finally, fucking finally. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity is banned! Yes! Thank you, Konami. Finally, you did something right. I have been screaming from the rooftops, ban this card. I am so tired of turn skip cards being a thing in this game. Like, I am like, thank you, Konami, for finally banning this card. Like, this card basically just says, skip your turn. You can't do anything, you can't activate anything on the field, you can't respond to it. It's a 4K guy. I mean, and now it's finally banned in every single format. TCG, OCG, Master Duel. I have been screaming it from the rooftops ever since the first time I got Calamity Locked. I'm like, why does this card, what is the point of this card? It's not even used in its own archetype. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Konami, get this thing out of here. And they finally listened to me. Well, they finally listened to us. I mean, a lot of people. Willie Westside, you make a very good point. Yeah, like, it's such a low skill card, like, and it's the whole reason, like, it's the whole reason that people hated the decks like Centurion and Manadium that, you know, are pretty decent rogue decks, but then they throw this shit in here, and it's like, well, damn, like, like, okay, you skipped my turn. Well, what am I supposed to do? Like, so thank you, Konami. Thank you for finally banning this card. I'm sorry I went on a tangent about this card, but I have a burning hatred for this card. So anyways, let's move on now. Last on the list, Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. Glad to see this card gone. We saved the best for last, even though I just did a whole 2-minute rant about how I'm glad King Calamity's banned. This thing needed to go. This thing was just, I mean, do I need to explain it? Foolish. As one card, any card from your deck, at any phase, at any point, in either turn, you can do it. Just foolish any card. And this set up the infamous Ghost Meets Girl Mayakashi lock, and I'm pretty sure all of us are glad to see it gone. I mean, it didn't just do that. There were so many other uses for this card outside of the Mayakashi lock. Fiendsmith used it to enable their one-card combo without using a normal summon. I mean, it just did so much. I mean, it's far too generic. It's you know, again, you know, foolish any card at any phase, at any time, at any turn. I mean, why did that need to be in the deck? Or why did they even invent that card to begin with? But at any rate, yeah, that wraps up the ban list here. My thoughts on it, I give it a 6 out of 10. Some of the hits I really liked. I mean, the majority of them I liked. Other hits were like, they were either like irrelevant, or, you know, there were some cards I would have liked to see come back to limited. Like, I'm building Unchained right now, so Heavy Storm would have been good to see come back. You know, it's basically, some people say it's a worse Feather Duster. It kind of depends on your perspective. If I'm building Unchained, you know, Heavy Storm is like one of my best friends. I can not only destroy my opponent's pesky back row, but I can destroy my back row too, and get the effects of the set Unchained cards off. And yeah, it's you know, there were just things I wanted to see, like either come back, or cards that I just wanted to see banned outright, like King Kali-Yuga. I wanted to see that card go, because again, it's probably even worse than King Calamity, because as soon as it's summoned, you can't do anything. I mean, that's just it. Like, after it's summoned, you can't negate it, you can't do anything. It's, at least King Calamity had the opportunity to miss timing. But yeah, that is the ban list. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. You guys have been awesome. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers, so just Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Pass turn.